pelvis from Japan, Katsuhori Hanabusa. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome for the red corner, representing Germany, Abass BARAOU.
Well, what a reception for Abass BARAOU, the 22-year-old who comes to the ring as the reigning, defending 2017 European Championship gold medalist and the 13th ranked boxer in the world, installed as the tournament number 6 seed here, preparing for his 3rd bout of Hamburg 2017, and he has been sensational so far.
Representing Cuba, Roniel IGLESIAS.
But what a formidable figure we have approaching the blue corner now. A man who has won everything there is to win in AIBA open boxing. Olympic champion in the 64-kilogram light welterweight division at London 2012. A world champion way back at Milan in 2009. Making his 4th appearance at a World Championships here, and that is Roniel IGLESIAS from Cuba. 29 years of age now, but still at the top of his game. Abass BARAOU with a unanimous point decision win over the experienced operator from Mongolia, Tushinbat Biamba, at the quarterfinal stage. Roniel IGLESIAS outpointing the USA's Quinton Randall, the man who took the oath on behalf of the athletes here at the opening ceremony at Hamburg 2017. A repeat of the victory he had in the gold medal bout of the Continental Championships in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. Well, this promises to be a fascinating affair because Abass BARAOU sets a terrific work rate, and Roniel IGLESIAS, one of the most composed boxers in the world. We're underway. Boxers from Germany and Cuba contesting this one. The man wearing red immediately trying to get onto that front foot is Abass BARAOU, the reigning European Championship gold medalist. The boxer wearing blue is his continental counterpart. Roniel IGLESIAS from Cuba took his 4th America's Championship gold earlier this summer, but he has won so much more on the global stage as well. He's the reigning Pan Am Games champion. He's the 2012 Olympic champion and took World Championship gold in Milan 2009. Wonderful punch picker and so composed and adept at boxing in just about any style.
I think the key for IGLESIAS here, Ronald, is the movement again. If you hold your feet against BARAOU, we've seen him time and again just walk his opponents down, gets them to hold the feet, and he really works at a terrific tempo, this German boxer. But IGLESIAS, he's been an Olympic champion. He really is quality, the Cuban. And he's got to show that quality here. He's got to hit and move. But it's the way you move also. If you move on in a straight line going back, that encourages BARAOU to come forward. Judges like to see that, a boxer on the front foot. So against him, you've got to hit and move, but try and move around him and don't concede the ground, but try and hold the centre of the ring. But you've got to match him for work rate because he just keeps coming.
Targeting the southpaw left early in the contest is IGLESIAS, and it will be interesting to see whether increased IGLESIAS accuracy will force BARAOU backwards, because that's not a posture we see BARAOU adopt too often. Taking good right jabs there. Look at the manner in which his head is just being touched backwards by the straight punch with the lead hand from IGLESIAS. Good left hand to the body from the man in blue. Again, BARAOU trying to get on the inside and work away at the incredibly high tempo that he likes to set.
And the tactics that he does set, BARAOU, he tries to wear the opponent down and probably then thinks about winning the fight more or less in the second part of the contest or from the mid-section onwards. He always ends about very, very strong indeed and catches the judge's eyes towards the end of every round. So it's important for IGLESIAS to match his opponent here for work rate, and let's see how fit IGLESIAS is, because we know that BARAOU just keeps coming and he finishes the rounds very strong indeed, Ron.
The pattern you've just described is exactly how he won his first contest of this tournament against the talented man from the Dominican Republic, Juan Solano. He was targeted by uppercuts repeatedly by the tall, lean fighter, junior global medalist. but then in the second and third round he came on so strong, bringing about a standing count, and ultimately won a 4-0 points victory, which was a terrific display. But after conceding the opening round clearly against the back foot brilliance of Juan Solano.
I mean, that round, I actually thought Iglesias landed the better shots and won the round, but we've seen it in this tournament so far that some judges prefer that front foot type of boxing. But for me, it's all about hitting the target, landing the better quality shots, and Iglesias, for me, did that in this round. Barao keeps coming forward, but we've seen him on many occasions. He's probably prepared to give up that first round. He loses a lot of the first rounds I've seen him box, but he comes on strong, doesn't he? Second and third round is when he does his better work, because he doesn't seem to tire. So it's a big challenge and a big job on the hands for this guy.
Elected to stand in between rounds, BARAOU Abass, and his chest barely breathing any more than it was on his walk to the ring. So into the second round, what we go. The boxer wearing blue is the accomplished, experienced figure of Roniel Iglesias, getting to work with straight punches. Barao changing direction effectively, but working away with the left hand to the body now. But Iglesias is finding holes in his defenses, bobbing and weaving, but look at that left hand that went behind the right glove, and then a right hook got behind the left glove from Iglesias. So point-scoring punches being landed by the tournament #2 seed.
Oh, a couple of good right hooks have gone in here from Iglesias. Lovely boxing again. It's the accuracy again from the Cuban. It's the better quality punching, Ronald, from the man in blue, I think. The volume is from the German, keeps coming forward, throwing lots of punches, but the quality and the actual punching is from the Cuban.
And interestingly, it's not incessant forward movement now from Barao. He's trying to get onto that front foot, but the volley of punches that he's catching with his head, I hasten to add, are just stopping his forward momentum, and increasingly he's been held to hold his feet, and then he has to overcome inertia and come again. Terrific punch picking to begin this second round from Iglesias. There's evidence of it once more. Barao forced backwards, and he has to close the distance, taking a gulp of oxygen and get onto that front foot once more. Dipping beneath those shots effectively, but again his head is swiveled sideways by a neat southpaw right jab from Iglesias.
Well, we rarely see an opponent of Barao's boxing like this, because normally Barao is actually pushing the opponent back, but here Iglesias has changed his tactics slightly here. He's holding his feet, but he's catching his opponent with better punches, matching him for work rate. Look at that for a shot, and another one. How strong is Barao though, Ron?
He keeps on coming. My goodness, his head is being sunk into his shoulders by punches like that 1-2 combination, but he gets right back onto the front foot, barely seeming out of breath, and tries to walk his man down once again. There he lands with a good right hand, but Iglesias neatly steps out into the space of the ring by moving to his right. But look at that for a good double right hook from Iglesias before Barao comes back with a right hand of his own. Terrific action here, and it's all in the space of the ring. Iglesias refusing to be confined or pinned or bulldozed back to a corner. Beautiful movement from the waist to dip underneath the shot, and then again stepping off to his right.
And again, good movement from Iglesias, not exactly moving backwards like I said before, he's moving around his opponent, holding the centre of the ring again. That's what we spoke about earlier, and he's just demonstrating that there.
Closing seconds of the second round, where Iglesias has met his man head on, and Barao hasn't been able to employ his trademark non-stop forward movement, because he has been stopped in his tracks repeatedly by volleys of punches like that from Roniel Iglesias. Terrific second round of punch picking from the 2012 Olympic champion, but this man is difficult to discourage, but wonderful display from Iglesias in round 2.
I thought that was excellent boxing from Iglesias. He literally gave his opponent a bit of his own medicine, if you like. Matched him punch for punch. Better quality work was definitely from the man in blue. Barao just keeps coming. We know all about him. Very strong indeed, determined. Good shot there from Barao. But I thought Iglesias chose to stand and trade, but the better quality shots came from him in that round. How much has that taken out of Iglesias? Because he really did have to up the work rate there to match Barao. We know Barao is fit, he keeps coming. How fit is the Cuban? We shall find out.
It's interesting you make that observation, Richie. More on why in a moment. So into the third and final round we go. Roniel Iglesias worked incredibly hard during the course of the second stanza, standing flat-footed on occasion and moving sideways and around Barao, but landed with terrific volleys of punches. And the interesting observation you made about the conditioning of Roniel Iglesias, Richie, in the 5-round format of World Series boxing we had experience on seasons 4, 5, 6 and 7. I saw him get drawn into a dogfight against Serhai Barchuk of the Ukraine Ottomans from Ukraine in season 6, and he ended up losing that contest when it became a really attritional affair, and the man from Ukraine set a tempo that he couldn't live with. This is 3-round boxing, of course, but he did expend an awful lot of energy in that second round, keeping the man in red at bay. And one thing we know about Barao is that he will keep on coming all contest long. Good right hook, though, from Iglesias. Barao on the front foot once again. Precise punches still being placed out by Iglesias. Some of them are being caught on the gloves, but again, Iglesias still alert enough to make Barao miss. He took a left hook a few moments ago, did the Cuban. But incessant punching coming from him, just pecking and poking away with the lead right hand, and then bringing other shots into play as well.
Well, he keeps coming, Barao, but he keeps walking onto shots. Again, I've been more impressed with Iglesias in this round. His work rate has been fantastic, and maybe Barao is just tiring a little bit. He keeps coming, but he's walking onto a lot of shots. He's taking a lot of punishment in that second round, did Barao, and it may be having an effect. He knows only one way, to come forward. His feet are very square. He's fairly easy to hit, and Iglesias is finding the better shots.
There's no secret about how BARAOU Abass Barao likes to box. Launching a big right hand that wasn't too far away. The question often is, can you neutralize his aggression, or can you withstand the volume of his punches that he likes to let go? Iglesias has done a terrific job of forcing the man backwards like that by meeting him, picking him off, and then moving to the side, deep into the third and final round. And still, Barao continues to pour forwards. Good left uppercut on the inside from the German. Right hook around the corner, and this one is indeed becoming a dogfight.
Now Barao, you see, we know he comes on strong. He's a fit fella. That a good shot that was from Barao, but Iglesias, he's responding well.
So toe-to-toe exchanges in the space of the boxing ring. 20 seconds to go in the third round. The legs tangle. Down goes Iglesias, and Iglesias has come up with a cut, and that's why the referee's called time. Now, what has caused this cut? Well, the heads were coming together. It's a clash of heads that's caused it. The southpaw and orthodox boxer, always an increased likelihood. And deep into the third and final round, Roniel Iglesias has picked up an injury. 12 seconds to go. Barao back into the breach once more. Iglesias looking to hold on. He wilts to the canvas for a second time. No count from the ref. My goodness, what a contest. What an incident-filled contest. The crowd cheering that one enthusiastically. Augie Sanchez and Billy Welsh, the American coaching contingent, in the stands here, keeping a close eye on proceedings, no doubt for future reference, but there's evidence of the injury sustained to the right eye on Roniel Iglesias.
I think, Ron, the last 30 seconds maybe the pace of the contest caught up on Iglesias, but for me, he's done the better work. He put in a tremendous shift there. He matched his opponent punch for punch. Better quality shots, I think, came from the Cuban. We know what Baraou's all about. Terrific work rate. But I just think he's been beaten by better quality punching by the Cuban, and for me, the Cuban's got it. But Barao, he just ran out of time.
Well, I tend to agree with your perspective. Here's the official verdict.
In the blue corner,
And Roniel Iglesias goes through to contest World Championship gold, looking to add to the world title that he won in Milan 2009, a 4-1 points winner over the tournament number 6 seed, the home boxer Abass Barao from Germany, competing in his first senior world boxing championships here, and the reigning European Championship gold medalist completes what has been a fantastic summer by coming away with World Championship bronze in this, his first appearance at a global tournament. A terrific display by him. He deserves immense credit for playing his part in what has been a fantastic display. He's utterly crestfallen, but let's give credit to the kudos and kudos to the composure demonstrated by Roniel Iglesias, who is through to contest the gold medal bout against Shakram Giasov, and that is a rematch of the quarter-final stage from Rio 2016, where the tournament number 1 and 2 seeds will face off for World Championship gold.